Yo, what up, stud muffins? Today, I want to talk about Black Ops 5 Zombies. You see, soon enough, we're gonna have leaks. In fact, we already got some leaks to talk about in this video, but soon enough, believe it or not, we're gonna have teasers, we're gonna have trailers, then come the Zombies reveal, and there is Activision with a big smile on their face, coming at us with a special premium pre-order bonus, and then there's a community getting excited, myself included. Then we have the game, everybody disappointed, you know, the typical COD cycle. But I don't want to lie, I am pretty excited for Black Ops 5 Zombies, and I'm kind of thirsty. That's the main reason why I am jumping on to record this video. I got a bunch of things that I want to talk to you about, bunch of ideas that I want to throw at Treyarch and you guys as well, hoping that they do not F this one up. And I also do want to talk about all the leaks that we know so far, all the information. And you know what? Let's just talk about it. I mean, if you like zombies or you love playing King of the Toten, maybe even the Rise and the Reich, smash that like button. If you don't like zombies, smash a dislike. I want to see where you guys at though, and if you're new here, definitely subscribe. But first of all, I want to talk about all the basic information we know. Then I'm gonna go to some advanced leaks, then I'm gonna give my opinion, which you probably don't care about, let's be real, but I'm still gonna give you. But we do know from the leaked information from the Gaming Revolution leaker and also Mr. Long Sensation that Call of Duty 2020 is under two names, Black Ops or Black Ops 5. And obviously Treyarch did confirm that they are working on a next gen game in their job listing. So it's coming out in 2020, probably let's say October. It's gonna be on current gen, and you might be able to upgrade just like how you could have done it before with Call of Duty Ghosts, where you pay an Alexander Hamilton and you can actually play it on the PS4 or Xbox One. So we're gonna see some similar stuff as well. And we also heard that it's gonna be set in Vietnam, but we know that zombies is its own thing. Here's the thing though, Black Ops 3 Zombies, or I should say up until Black Ops 3 Zombies, it was its own thing. Everything you saw in Zombies was not tied with multiplayer or the campaign. For example, Black Ops 3 multiplayer was set in 2065, but Zombies was its own thing. Some of the maps were set in the past, some in the present, some in the future, but Shadows of Evil did see that wall running mechanic, which nobody had a problem with, myself included. I don't have a problem with that one, because looking back, Shadows of Evil was a masterpiece. And then comes Black Ops 4 Zombies, and listen, I don't wanna, you know, take shots at Black Ops 4 Zombies. I really wish it was good. And keep in mind, all of these opinions are subjective. We can all agree to disagree. If you're somebody who loved Black Ops 4 Zombies, hey, more power to you, right? Like, I always said this and I always will. If Black Ops 4 Zombies was the first game you played, you're gonna love it. But the chances are, if you played Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, and Black Ops 3 Zombies, all of the good games, it's gonna be pretty hard for you to love Black Ops 4 Zombies. And it did a lot of things wrong, and apparently it also did some of the things right that I want to talk about in this video as well. But you see, there are leaks and rumors going around that Zombies Chronicles 2 will be coming in Black Ops 4, and I personally have seen the evidence myself. I've seen it be in the game code, and it was in the files of Black Ops 4 for a long time now. But maybe they canceled the plans, because as of right now we heard nothing official about it, and I never made a video on Zombies Chronicles 2. And you know, I used to daily upload videos regarding the first DLC 5 for Black Ops 3 Zombies. Those were the good old days, but I personally don't care about it, and I hope that they put Zombies Chronicles 2 in Black Ops 5 with, let's say, just one good map, one big map, let's say like Transit. Now, before you start throwing tomatoes at my face, I want to say this, that Transit was not that bad. But secondly, when I say Transit, I just mean I want a good new map that is completely different from Transit. Do not make the same mistakes. But when I say Transit, all I'm saying here is that make it so you have a one big map and you can also cut off sections. You have one big map, but you can also play on separate sections. You know, just cut those sections like how we had cut sections like Bus Depot, Town, Farm. I'm talking about all that stuff. I want to see something like that in Black Ops 5 Zombies, where you can play on round 1, round 2, round 10, round 20 with different variables, difficulties. And you see, Black Ops 4 did introduce that factor. I believe it was called custom mutations, but the gameplay was just boring, and that's why it didn't work, in my opinion, with a lot of people and myself included. But you bet, if custom mutations was in Black Ops 3 Zombies, that game would have been godly. It still is godly to this day. But just imagine custom mutations in Black Ops 2 or Black Ops 3 Zombies. That would be the real butter. But I want to see something like that in Black Ops 5 Zombies. And we're also hearing that Ether will be rebooted as well, which I mean, I'm perfectly fine with it, because Chaos storyline, I'm gonna be honest, like by the end of the second DLC map, I was pretty eyed with it. I was like, yo, it's starting to get interesting, but obviously their budget was cut is what I'm hearing from the leaks and the rumors. That's why they had to stop it. And word on the street is that Activision likes money. I'm not sure if you have heard about this company before or not, but they don't like crying in the Lambos, so it seems like that Ether will be rebooted, and I have no problem with. And here are a bunch of things that I want to see in Black Ops 5 Zombies. Otherwise, I would rather just on G Fuel, and you guys know that I don't like G Fuel. G Fuel is very bad for health. Drink water, smash that like button, subscribe if you're brand new. But things I want to see in Black Ops 4 Zombies is not seeing hit marker. I don't want to see hit markers in Zombies. It kills immersion. I want to be constantly getting shots of dopamine when I'm playing Zombies, because Zombies is my favorite, and it hasn't been in the long time. I would say Black Ops 4 Zombies is the biggest contributing factor. So I don't want to see hit markers. I think it just kills the flow, it kills the immersion. No hit marker. And Black Ops 4 also did make this very huge mistake. You see, in the past, Zombies was its own thing. Everything was special about it, from the HUD to the gameplay and the mechanics. But in Black Ops 4, everything was a copy and paste of Blackout. And don't get me wrong, like I love Blackout. Blackout is a masterpiece, and knowing the fact that they put that baby in about 9 to 12 months, it was absolutely amazing. David Wonderhart is a literal god when it comes to designing Call of Duties, right? But I wonder, what if they had enough time? I wonder if David Wonderhart took over the lead for the whole Black Ops 4. That would have been amazing. But the thing is that they didn't had enough time, so therefore everything that we saw in Blackout just came tenfold in multiplayer. That's why we had 150 health. The HUD was the same. And then look at that Zombies HUD, right? The HUD was disgusting, and not only that, this time we actually had health. And don't get me wrong, having information is good, but this was unnecessary. I don't want to know like 150 health in Zombies. Just let that off. I have played Zombies for a very long time. I know it's like 3 hit or 2 hit if you played Black Ops 1 or Black Ops 2. And if Bob is new to the Zombies, he's gonna learn very soon that it's 3-hit system. So just get rid of that. So that was another factor. And this is the third factor. Black Ops 4 had it all. Now, I want to bring you to the glory days of Black Ops 2 Zombies. Transit, a lot of people say it's the worst map, but looking back, it is not. I like the map, I like the variety, but Transit had Tombstone, Die Rise had Who's Who, Mob of the Dead introduced Electric Cherry, Buried had Vulture 8, and Origins had a ton of perks like PhD Flopper. It had the Wonder Jizz Machine. I believe it's called Wonder Fizz. My bad, but you get the point, right? Like, all of the maps had a unique perk, and that's what Black Ops 3 Zombies lacked. But the gameplay was just godly. It was on PS4, and at the time Black Ops 3 was the next-gen polished Call of Duty game, so it worked out well, right? Like, it had a lot of other factors that made it so it lived. But Black Ops 4, what it did was it just took that essence, it took that personality from the game. I mean, they even took Juggernaut from the game, right? So they took their identity away. They introduced new perks which were welcomed by the community. In fact, I wanted to see it in Black Ops 3 Zombies. I wanted to see new perks. In fact, Black Ops 4 Zombies had it all, but it did introduce perks in a very bad way, where it made it so you choose it before you jump in the game. It's not its separate perk machine. There is no jingles. The perk machines looks bland. There is no boom. There's no pow. There's no sauce. The personality was non-existing. It was as though they sucked the soul out of the perk machine. So I hope they do not make the same mistake. Rather, introduce these perks, but make them exclusive to some maps. Like, you come out with, let's say, perk X. Perk X is only available on map X, and perk Y is only available on map Y. And it got its perk machine, it got its jingle, and it has that soul. I want it to have its soul back. And I want to see quick revive, Juggernaut, speed, and double. Those are the classic 4. Do not neglect those. And if you're gonna come out with Black Ops 5 Zombies, and you're gonna come out with an Ether reboot, make it so it has that old essence back, something that the people loved, and built upon it. Introduce new settings, introduce new times, new story, introduce new perks, introduce new mechanics, introduce new equipments. For example, Buried had that time machine equipment. I think that was absolutely amazing, where you would just throw it down for an exchange. I believe if you would use that, you couldn't have Monkey. I think that's what it was, but you get the idea, right? Like you would throw it down and you can go back in time with it. So that was a pretty good equipment, and I want to see mechanics and equipments like that in Zombies. Just build upon it, make it so every map has good camping and training spots so you can please both sides, because sometimes I just want to camp it out and chill out with my friends. Other times I want to go try hard, where I want to like train, I want to get better at the game, and other times I don't want to be building my wonder weapons. I just want to get them out of the mystery box and have maps where you just have to build it. You have to go try hard. Like Black Ops 3 is a perfect example. Not only that they had the giant bag, that was a classic, people loved it, it was basic, everybody knew how it worked with a reskin and, you know, good graphics on PS4, and at the time it was absolutely beautiful. The round starting sound was music to my ears. And on the other hand, we had Shadows of Evil with a completely different theme and completely different design. It was try hard mode, you needed to learn, but at the same time it was tied to the main Ether story, so people did care. In the beginning, yeah, a lot of people didn't like, but they had the giant to fall back on, and once everybody learned the map, and looking back, I mean, Shadows of Evil was a masterpiece. That map aged like a fine wine. So I want to see maps like that, but at the same time have some basic maps, you know, exclusivity, variety, all that stuff is very well needed for Zombies. That is what's gonna take the community. So this is everything for now. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like and subscribe. Check out our video on the screen, and bye.